You know, in talking to all the 40 people that I interviewed, it takes a year or two to find a plan. You have to really go deep into yourself to see what matters to you in terms of what you want to do next in your life. And that takes time. And one of the things that I would say is we have to stop talking about age appropriate and start talking about person appropriate. Because you can become a first-time parent at 50, you can go back to school at 60, you can find love at 70 and repartner. And so it's really all about what is it that you want in your future. There's a lot of self-imposed ageism that happens in our culture. First of all, the culture is ageist to begin with, regardless of where you've come from, regardless of your gender, your race, your ethnicity, your background, your religious background. Ageism is there for everyone. It touches everyone. So self-imposed ageism is something that we all have to be aware of because we limit ourselves by saying, we can't do this or I can't do that. One of the great people that I met when I was running a marathon in Toronto was a guy named Fauja Singe, who was the first 100-year-old to finish a marathon in 8 hours and 11 seconds. And to me, that was a great inspiration of someone. And by the way, he didn't run his first marathon until he was in his 80s. So there was someone who did not believe in age constricting him to do something that he was interested in. You know, Janet Jackson had her first child at 50, you know, a great example, as you know, others have as well. And one of the great stories in the book is a woman by the name of Patricia. And Patricia was an elementary school teacher in Georgia, and all of her friends told her that she was very funny. And she was in her late 50s, and that they said, you should do stand-up comedy. And she's like, I have no idea what that even means. And her daughter took her to Atlanta and she did stand-up at a comedy club, and she did an open mic session, and she became herself. She said, all of a sudden I was this different person. And she found something in her that she didn't even really know she had. And now Patricia is a stand-up comic who does the circuit all over the Southeast in the United States, and is one of the emerging comics in her 60s. And she said she had a lot of self-imposed things. I'm not young enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not funny enough. And then she said, I had to get over all of that and realized